Well, how about love on the farm? That's right. I've got a husband and wife team in Joyner Swamp in Aynor, and these guys love what they do. As a matter of fact, Richard here is fourth-generation farmer. Tell me a little of the history of this area. It's beautiful, and your farm is magnificent.
And this is the home farm here that my great-granddaddy bought several years ago, and then he has farmed it, my granddaddy farmed it, my daddy's farmed it, and now I'm farming it along with my daddy. As
you grew up, you obviously knew you were going to inherit all this. Was that exciting to you, or did you think that, oh no, I'm getting out of here?
No, it's a place that I've always loved. I mean, I've got photographs of me under a pear tree right here in the yard with my toys, tractors and everything. Couldn't keep these in my blue jeans because I wore them out playing with my fields. And I took a video this past July when we was cropping tobacco. Megan had went to the Young Farmer Rancher meeting in DC, and I couldn't go because of the farm, and I took a photograph and sent them some video of what it looked like to crop tobacco because they'd never seen it before, or some of them hadn't because they're from all over the country. And I wanted a photo that I was looking at, and I said, you know, this is a view that 4 generations has looked at, because I was in the back of the field shooting back towards the house, and you know, there's pride in it.
You've got tobacco on your hat. You love tobacco. You've done it for years. But what else are you doing now on the farm? How have you diversified?
Well, on our farm we have a few cows. My daddy likes to mess with cows for the most part, and we have hogs. We raise all our own meat. All our beef and all of our pork we raise. We package it, wrap it, make our sausage, everything right at home. And you know, there's all kind of ways we supplement different things. We've bought us a big truck where we can haul our own grain, and so you know, we save a little bit of money here. It costs us to do it, but we save in the end, and you know, we try to be as efficient as we can. I play the markets with our grain, try to get the best for the prices instead of just taking to the local mill.
I saw some strawberries over here in the field, and that surprised me, and I thought, well, what happens if it snows here in February? What happens to those strawberries?
Yeah, for the most part, strawberries will be okay. It don't get cold enough here to really hurt them. We've got enough strawberries. We bought them just for our family and to use, and then we ended up getting more plants than what we need every year, but we sell them a little bit. But for the most part, the cold won't hurt them. Not here. If you was higher up in South Carolina, yes, you need to cover them with straw or a blanket or something, but no, down here they'll be all right.
Richard, recently you and Megan were honored with an incredible award, and you got a pretty nice prize too. Come on, don't be modest, brag about it.
Well, in 2015 we won the South Carolina Young Farmer Rancher Achievement Award. That's awarded to young farmers and ranchers 18 to 35 throughout the state. You get to apply, and we ended up becoming finalists for 2 years. In the 3rd year we won the truck. We won a Chevrolet truck.
You can smile. And, that's a pretty big deal.
Yes, ma'am. It's an honor that I never thought that I would be able to have. And then we went on to the National AFBF convention in San Diego, and we became top 10. And when you talk about top 10 in the nation, I mean, I was up against people that was way larger than me, but you know, there's things about it to the judges that we stood out.
I would think you should stand out. I mean, 4 generations of farmers. What would you like to say about this farm in wrapping up before we go over to Megan?
Well, I mean, this farm is a place that I've always loved. I mean, my family grew up here, and it's a place that I want my family to be able to grow up.
How awesome. You better believe it. We're going to go talk to Megan right now, and they've just come back from a national convention with the Farm Bureau. Let's find out what they learned.
Miss Diane, we were at the American Farm Bureau Federation National Convention, and it was in Phoenix, Arizona. And Richard and I were there all week long. We actually helped because we're on the National YF&R, which is Young Farmer and Ranchers Committee. And we serve and do a lot of stuff with the Federation that way, especially legislatively. And we also did a lot with the discussion meet. We did a lot of work there while we were. The achievement awards and all the awards that they have. We introduced a lot of public speaking. We did a lot of hands-on activities there while we were.
Richard bragged to me about the great job you did as the moderator. And he said you've really learned all of this on the job, working with the Farm Bureau.
We do. We learn a lot about the interviews and being able to public speak. We also, what he's referring to is that I was actually room chair and I hosted the discussion meet, the actual Final Four that they did for the nation. And what we do with that is we have to get up in front of everyone and delegate and let everybody know what's going on. And that was wonderful to be able to have that opportunity to do that.
What did you take away from the National Convention, though, Megan, theme-wise, in your heart? What did you come back to feeling differently about?
The National Convention this year was about unity, uniting farmers all together. That way we have a bigger voice when we go to a federal level. Upstate farmers, not even just states, but you're talking about, you've got people from Texas, California, Washington, Oregon, Massachusetts, you know, all these different places. Agriculture's different in those areas, but for us to be able to have a voice in Washington, we've all got to unite together.
Good point. Tell me about how you guys met. This is our show about love, and I heard you met on a blind date.
We did meet on a blind date through a mutual friend, and what's so funny about it is had no idea that this was going to go on. It's actually my 19th birthday. We went to a concert together, and one of the most wonderful things about it is when we were leaving the concert, we rode together and we actually drove through the farm, his family farm, and he was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is where I want to be. This is where I see myself. And it was one of the most amazing experiences.
But you were from Conway, a city girl. And at that point, did you think there was any possibility that you would ever live on a farm?
I have to honestly say, the first time I ever met Richard, I still to this day remember exactly what he was wearing. It was no question for me as to whether or not the love was there.
So it didn't matter.
It didn't matter what he did. It didn't matter.
Poop, that's all around us. It didn't matter. Megan was sold on Richard.
That's exactly right.
A great love story. So what part of the farm do you do?
I actually help wherever I'm needed. I get thrown in if somebody doesn't show up to work, or if something goes wrong, or they need a part, or something not there, they call me. Basically, I'm his go-to girl. I might as well be his personal assistant, is what I say. If anybody ever asks, I'm his personal assistant. But no, I do a lot wherever's needed. I like to know a lot about the farm. When we got involved with Farm Bureau, which was about a year after we were married, it was almost like a connection. It connected me to agriculture. I learned a lot. It connected me to him, and it was a way that I could fight for him and what we did. Because that's very important to me, to sustain our future in agriculture.
And also, we let Richard talk about his 4 generations, but you have quite a history in your family as well with some celebrity.
Yes, we do. I come from the Red White family. Red White was my granddaddy and William White is my daddy. And they sang music for years. They were on Channel 6 out of Wilmington, North Carolina. So yeah.
Bluegrass and country and gospel, and just one of the best in the community for sure. And finally, you've got a beautiful daughter who is growing up on this farm. And what does she have to say about all of this?
Oh, she thinks it's all hers. Everything's hers. The cows are hers, the pigs are hers, the tractors are hers, everything's just hers. She loves it, and I love that she loves it. And that's my goal as a parent, is I want to be able, if she, even as a woman in agriculture, if this is what she wants to do, I want to pave every way possible to make that happen for her.
What a great way to end. You gave me chills. Thank you so much, Megan and Richard. We appreciate both of you, and may the romance here on the farm last forever.